Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today, even though it's a little late, we are here for another weekly evlog here heading to Stafford Speedway. With how crazy I have been in the last week, I have not even seen home. Just being able to do the races at night when Danielle is already in bed, it has been rough. So we're a little late getting you guys the evlog, but it's coming, as you can see. We're going to be heading to Stafford. Those are our only two races this weekend. We were supposed to do Thompson this upcoming Monday, but unfortunately it looks like it's going to rain, so the officials have canceled the event. But Memorial Day weekend, saluting all those who served and continue to serve. Thank you for what you do. Very much appreciated for that. We've got the late model loaded up as well as the SK modified as we head off to Stafford for weekly racing once again. Next week we'll be back in action as I believe, don't quote me on that until you see it, we'll be heading out to Kern, Kevin Harvick's Kern Speedway out in California for next week's Wheelin' Modified Tour race, which compared to how we did at Hickory, I'm excited to be back in that car for some redemption. But we're going to see how it all unfolds. Obviously, we're having Stafford next week. I don't think it's going to be next week, but possibly the following week or the week afterwards. I really can't make any promises. Sorry. We will start our rotation. And a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, rotation? Well, we're doing the late models at Stafford, and pretty much right after we started doing that and enjoying that, iRacing went, hey, by the way, we are going to put out a street stock. Monte Carlo style, and it looks like there's a Thunderbird style and stuff. So, yeah, we're going to be doing street stocks and late models alternating every other week since we're not doing it for points, and still doing weekly racing in two divisions here at Stafford. If there's a special event, we'll change that up a little bit. We'll go to late models. If there's a special event, go to the street stock if there's a special event. I'm super excited about it, and I even might do on the side a little bit of racing at Oxford. But we're heading out to Stafford now for a great day of racing in the late models and the SK modifieds. We'll see you guys once we get a little bit closer. All right, we're getting ourselves closer and closer to Stafford. But yeah, crazy week at work. It's our most busy time of the year. We have pretty much 3 weeks of nonstop, action-packed fun of some of our biggest shows of the year. We got through the biggest one. Now we take one step down this upcoming weekend that I'll be running, not designing, and just continuing to get through this year. On the plus side, somebody is finally coming to finish the dormer on our house. They're going to be starting tomorrow. They're going to be putting in windows, going to be putting in trim. I got to get a list together. I keep on procrastinating that, and I really don't know why I'm doing that. And, yeah, so I'm getting my butt kicked just a wee bit on that. Brakes. So, you know, we've been trying to get somebody to help finish the house. Okay, I was not that far out. Okay, we all stopped for no reason. Okay, well, I'm using my 3/4 of the road. Thanks, though. Bye. So yeah, it's been hard trying to get somebody to come out and help. And we do finally have somebody coming in, which is awesome. And I'm just hopeful that they'll do some good work, and you know, they should. I'm paying them a pretty good amount of money to do so. But it'll allow me to be able to focus on the inside and continue to you know, check these boxes of yep, done, yep, done, yep, done. So, still shooting to hopefully move in this upcoming fall. We will see. So, I should have a little bit more news next week for our next evlog. But let's talk racing. Now, I got to try to remember back to last week. It already feels like it was so long ago. I know that I wasn't on the podium for either, right? Is that what happened? My brain is just a blur. And I hate that it is, because it's like, we were there. We had a great time. Huh. Let's get down here to this red light. Don't text and drive, but if you have to look up videos just to make sure, you'll be fine. So yeah, we were with the late models in the SK at Stafford last weekend, as well as Hickory. As far as I remember, late models had a pretty strong one on a top 10, and then on the SKs we had a pretty good top 5 car. We were able to make ourselves back up to, I believe, 4th place, just shy of podium. But where it really kind of shined / frowned was going to Hickory and going there with the Willow Modified Tour. I had a lot of fun. It was a crazy, crazy intense race. I felt challenged, which was awesome. Working our way through the field, and we either ended up running into cars who were slower in front of us, who just kind of weren't using the same braking zone as we were, so we weren't ready for that kind of reaction time of not getting into the back of somebody. But what ended up ending our day was coming down the front stretch. I was told clear by my spotter, and I wasn't. They happened to hit the left rear Nerf bar, which sent me sliding through turn 1 and 2. Drifted it all the way through. Felt awesome. When I got back onto the gas, coming out of turn 2, though, the car did start to kick sideways a little bit. As I tried to correct, it decided, hey, I'm going to super glue myself to the track now. It caught, and it sent me into the outside wall, completely tearing apart the right front. I'm going to end up wearing down that curb by the time we're done here. Tearing the whole right front tire assembly apart, and ending our day. It was a hard hit. It was probably one of our worst of the modifieds since we've been in the modifieds. Besides that one time that I flipped upside down. Just right there. I'm happy with that. Parking brake. That's off. I realized my window was up. I am a wizard. All right, let's hop out. Let's get unloaded to start our day. All right, another day here at Stafford. 2 cars to unload. Still going to be a good old time. We're going to be heading out with the late models first for practice. We're making some headway. I think we actually have the possibility of hitting a podium sometime soon. You know, making adjustments to the car. I'm learning the car a little bit more, and the amount that I can push this car is just, it's a load of fun. So I'm super excited about that. Let's get it unloaded and let's head out for late model practice. All right, late model practice is in the book. Y'all, we are 5th. We are 5th up on the board. I usually don't practice well. I took all of the practice time that I could, which is about 7 minutes. And I'm feeling really good with the car. So I'm hoping that that'll stick and we'll be able to have a lot of fun with that. But it's time for us to head out with the SKs now, hoping for some luck. Last week we battled our way back up to 4th, but it was hard fought. So we'll find out. We'll see you guys after practice. All right, done with practice for the SK Modifieds, and believe it or not, we are second. That was awesome. We've done very well in the SK Modifieds before. You know, we won the season opener, then I think we were like second, then something, then fourth, and you know, we've been pretty consistent. So I'm hoping to be able to keep that going with this one. But it's pretty cool. Again, random heat draw. So we'll see where we start for the heats, but it's time for us to go for the first heat with the late models. We'll see you guys afterwards. All right, back from our heat with the late models, finishing second? Second? Did we finish second, guys? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we finished second. God, where does the time go? Like, seriously, everything happens so very quickly that I can't even remember what's next. My mind's already like, yep, the car's in one piece. Let's get into the SK Modified so we can keep things going. But that's actually really funny. So we did have a little bit of an issue at the very beginning of that heat race that I actually want to kind of clarify really quick. As we were coming to the green flag and we were shooting down into turn 1 and 2, a couple cars got bobbled up, and there was just this chain reaction of slamming on the brakes, which spotters couldn't get to us soon enough. So a bunch of us kind of clambered up together, and then I ended up getting hooked down into the infield for that caution. But that was it for that, for the incidents, at least, there in the heat with the late models. Then it brought us to 4 laps of green flag action. Oh, yeah, we didn't finish second. Why am I thinking that we finished second? My brain is all over the place, and I'm kind of like remembering last week and this week at the same time. So we did not get the finish that we wanted, so a little bit bummer about that. You know, we did finish 7th, so we knew that we were going to be a little bit further back for the start of our late model race. But hopefully that's not an omen to show everything else going wrong. We're going to head out to the track now for the SK Modified Heats. Hopefully we do a little bit better. All right, well, at least that one was incident-free. Feeling good. That felt really good. The car felt like it was on rails, which was awesome. So finishing second, I felt first. It was, I could smell it. I could smell it there, but I'm happy enough with the that heat finish. So that's still pretty good in my book for the SK Modified series. Kept it clean. That's also always one thing that I'm really hopeful for, is just keeping everybody's car together and in one piece. But it's time for us to be heading out now for the the late model main event. We're going to be starting 11th there, and like I said, I think we have a pretty good car. I think we have a good chance of getting a podium this race. So a little bit of trouble that we had after that little scuffle in the heat race, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to pull it together. So we'll see you guys after the late model main here at Stafford for week number 4. All right, back from the late models, everybody. Wow. How do we explain this race? So, the green flag dropped, okay? Caution number 1, a car got into the fence in turn 4. Seems to be a big theme this year. Not this year, this race. Caution number 2, somebody got into the fence. Caution number 3, I'm a little bit more upset about. We were battling for the third position. I had it. Number 36, Meredith, was coming up on the inside. I threw a block going into 3. They went down below the apron. I guess they didn't like being pinched that much and ended up coming up into us and getting us spun out into the outside wall of turn 4. So, you know, to go from third all the way to the back, and then it was just kind of like struggle after struggle of trying to get this car back up front. Inevitably, we did end up finishing. Oh, gosh, where did we finish? I'm looking at the standings right now. We finished 24th, everybody, out of 29. We were the last car on the lead lap. So that's a bummer for the late models. I really thought we had a winning car, but we did get taken out in turn 3. I like the realism, but a little aggravated for that. So hopefully we can pick it up with our car that feels like it's on rails here for the SK Modifieds. We're going to head out for that main, and we'll see you guys afterwards. All right. Well, we are back from our SK modified adventure. That's what we're going to call it. An adventure. It was so much fun. So let's talk about what happened. So we were ready to start the race in, what, 4th? I believe that's where we were starting. We were on the outside. Yeah, we're starting 4th after a great run. We had a long period of green flag, where it went wrong. And I say long, like 10 laps. That's a quarter of the race. On lap number 10, I tried to cut in turn 1, ended up getting loose, unfortunately, because I got a little too low and ended up spinning myself and collecting a couple people in turn 1. Nobody was out of the race, but there was enough tempers, and that put us in the back. Once we restarted, we were in the back, and I knew that it was going to be virtually impossible for us to make up any of that ground. We were going, and I ended up getting turned on the backstretch going into 3. Again, just some inexperienced cars in the back. Not expecting anything more, anything less, unfortunately, back there, but I did put myself in that position. Restarting once again as we continue on for a handful of laps. We ended up getting caught in a mess that happened with 16 laps to go. In turn 3, somebody had gone into the outside wall, which caused like a big congestion and slammed a lot of cars to get sideways and on their brakes. And I got into the back of the number 25, so I do apologize for that. There's just, you were on the brakes, I was on the brakes. There's nowhere anybody could go. So that was a bummer as well. And then with only 10 laps to go, coming out of turn 2, bad spot again. Ended up getting tangled up with a 38, I believe. He went into the inside. I slammed up into the wall. And that was enough for us to call it a day with our SK modified. So not super happy with our weekend here. We have a close to last place finish in a DNF for our first time this year. We've been so consistent. So there's frustration there. There's stuff on my own that I need to work on. But really, I just don't want to be in the back of the pack where this kind of stuff's going to happen on the regular. I don't want torn up race cars, and I also don't want to be stuck back there in Crashville. So, frustrating week for us here at Stafford. Hopefully we can pull it back up next week. I don't think we have anything exactly special at Stafford. I think it's just going to be a normal schedule for us. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and I really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.